Hello YouTube and welcome to another video and welcome to my channel, The Art of Perfumery. Today I'm going to bring you my top 10 most complimented fragrances of the year 2024. Them fragrances are definitely head turners. Them fragrances are absolutely great regarding compliments. I have to say, them fragrances work for me, for my social circle, for my weather conditions. And without further ado, let's jump right into the list. Let's do it. Okay, without further ado, we start my list, of course, with my number 10. And my number 10 goes to Lattafa's Eau Sublime, this fragrance that comes in this crazy, tacky, bloody red bottle. This was the fragrance that I wore a lot, especially during my spring, because this is definitely a spring scent. Even though it's called Eau Sublime, there's absolutely no oud in this fragrance. This is just the way the Arabs like to call the fragrance. Everything they call oud. But this is a very fresh, sweet, fruity, very floral scent. It could come across a little bit feminine for some because it has lychee. It's very juicy. It has jasmine, vanilla. It smells a tad bit synthetic, especially if you smell close to your skin, but people won't get this. This is actually very pleasing. And if you wear this fragrance in the right settings, this is definitely gonna get you compliments. So my number 10, Eau Sublime Lattafa. And the 9th most complimented fragrance of the year 2024 has to go to the house of Hermes. Of course, I'm talking about Age 24. This is the EDT Eau de Toilette version. And to be very honest, I don't plan into buying the EDT version because this fragrance is a monster. This fragrance performs all day in my skin. Amazing performance, especially considering this is a fresh scent. And the smell of this fragrance is really unique. Absolutely gorgeous. This fragrance is zesty, is lemony, is green. It's very aromatic. The fragrance has a floral vibe with a narcissus as well that brings that yellow floral with some greens undertone. Absolutely lovely. This fragrance still garnered me a lot of compliments during the summer and also spring. And jumping out to the number 8 of my list, this is a new fragrance coming from a new house, a new brand that I actually introduced on my last video, top 10 winter fragrances. Back then I brought Cuir Imperial. Now I bring you the most compliment getter of the house. Of course, I'm talking about Cashmere Noir from the house of Zilli. Absolutely gorgeous fragrances from this house. This fragrance is a beautiful composition. This fragrance somehow reminds me of Noir de Noir by Tom Ford. This is not as mossy as Noir de Noir. This is way more powdery, but it has that dark amber vanilla kind of vibe. Absolutely gorgeous, very romantic, very luxurious. It smells expensive. It smells way more expensive than this fragrance cost me. And you can find this fragrance at the discounters. Check out for Cashmere Noir. Definitely a compliment getter. Now we are down to the 7th most complimented fragrance of the year 2024. And that one has to go to Prada Ocean EDT. Again, the Eau de Toilette version. I wore this fragrance a lot during my summer, kind of hotish summer here in Ireland. Absolutely gorgeous, and Prada has perfected summer scents. This is one of my favorite fragrances from Prada for the summer, with Luna Rossa Sport as well. This is soapy, this is clean, it's powdery, slightly sweet as well, but it is intoxicated. One of the few summer fragrances that actually smells expensive, because usually summer fragrances just smell colony, smells like those old colognes, but this smells gorgeous and expensive. And actually stays on my skin for a good while as well. We are moving out now to my 6th position, and my 6th position actually won my top 10 most complimented fragrance of 2023. So it's doing again my list on the 6th position, and of course I'm talking about Y Le Parfum from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. Absolutely gorgeous. This fragrance is like the other ones, a spicy aromatic scent. Like the previous Y, it still has that apple note, but this one is loaded with tonka bean, so it's a bit more sweet, it's pleasing. I would say this is a semi-sweet fragrance with a touch of ginger, a touch of lavender as well. Absolutely gorgeous, still like an airy scent. It's still light, but it has a bit of a backbone with the tonka bean. Absolutely gorgeous scent, definitely a compliment getter. And we're moving out now to my 5th position, and I have to say, from here on out, them fragrances actually garnered me heavy compliments, the kind of compliments that people literally ask what fragrance you're wearing because they like it that much. My fifth position goes to the house of Maison Margiela. I'm talking about Replica Jazz Club. Absolutely gorgeous, one of the best scents, one of the best replicas. Lovely scent. This fragrance, to my nose, it follows the same direction as Dolce & Gabbana The One Eau de Parfum, but this is definitely more complex. This fragrance is a sweet, boozy, resinous, smoky tobacco. Absolutely gorgeous. It has a touch of a styrax as well that brings some smoke. This fragrance literally plays with your senses. Absolutely gorgeous. I actually have to bring a full review of this fragrance because this is that good. I'm actually going to apply this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, on my fourth position, I have to include this fragrance because there wouldn't be any justice to my list if I don't bring this fragrance. This is absolutely gorgeous, and this fragrance actually made third place on my top most compliment fragrances of 2023. I'm talking about Sauvage Elixir. What can I say about this fragrance that I didn't say yet? This fragrance, like I said, it made my third position last year and still going strong in 2024. This fragrance has a lot of spices, a lot of resins, a lot of woods, and the best of all, this fragrance has a lot of licorice, which is one of my favorite notes. That's the reason I like Fahrenheit Le Parfum, because it has licorice, and this fragrance has way more licorice than Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Absolutely gorgeous. I still have to do a full review of this fragrance, but I'm definitely gonna do it. This is so unique, absolutely gorgeous. It's hard to believe this fragrance was released by the house of Dior and on the Sauvage line, because this smells nothing like the previous Sauvages. And my third position was also on my channel before, but what can I do? What can I say? This fragrance actually garners me a lot of compliments. This is definitely a head turner. I'm talking about Kawa from the house of Lattafa again. And this fragrance is definitely a winner. If compliments is what you're looking for, look no further. This fragrance is a compliment getter. This is going to be my Christmas fragrance because this smells just like an European Christmas. Absolutely gorgeous. Imagine the original camera. Now you add coffee, you add candied fruits. Absolutely gorgeous. And the coffee to me is a game changer because I like coffee to drink. I like the smell of coffee, and I get a lot of coffee in this fragrance. When you think of this fragrance, you think of a big mess because it has praline, it has coffee, candied fruit, but the blend here was masterfully made. Absolutely gorgeous, and this is another one that I have to bring a full review because this thing is absolutely gorgeous. This is not just another sweet scent. This is a sweet scent, but crafted with perfection. Absolutely gorgeous. It's hard to believe that this comes from the house of Lattafa. Oh. And the second spot on my list has to go to the house of Givenchy. This time I'm talking about Givenchy Gentleman's Society, which was definitely one of the most pleasing scents, at least for people around me, because this is the kind of scent that stopped people and they asked what fragrance I was wearing. Absolutely gorgeous fragrance. The fragrance opens kind of fresh, almost fruity, even though there's no fruits in this fragrance, but almost a fruity opening, and then you get hit by a lovely powdery vanilla with some touch of cardamom and a blast of vetiver. Super pleasant, super long lasting. This is the kind of floral, sometimes I feel like there is some iris in this fragrance, and then you have this powdery vanilla with this earthy undertone with a lot of vetiver. Absolutely gorgeous. Lovely scent. There's nothing super duper special about this scent, but people love to smell this scent on my skin. And the most complimented scent of the year 2024, or should I say, the scent that gave me the most quality compliments, was this one. It comes from the house of Emporio Armani, and I'm talking about Stronger With You. Absolutely flunker of Stronger With You. If you follow my content, you know that I don't like Stronger With You at all. I actually did a video saying why you don't need that fragrance, because that fragrance is actually very generic, very sharp. But this fragrance is actually gorgeous. It smells not so much like the original, because this fragrance opens with rum, opens with LME, which is absolutely gorgeous, and also a touch of bergamot as well. So it opens like fresh. Imagine like a rum cocktail, fresh, lemony, uplifting, and then you add like a thick and sweet syrup to this cocktail, and then you add a crispy roasted chestnut in this cocktail as well. all of that surrounded by a lot of lavender. Absolutely gorgeous. This thing is amazing. I just want to give some examples. I took a lift one day, an elevator, and when I got to this elevator to go to the 5th floor, there was 3 teenagers in the elevator, and they were actually pulling the air towards their noses. I could see them through the mirror, and they were right behind me. I was kind of pretending I was looking at the phone, and they were just like breathing in all of the good smell of the fragrance. And also at work as well, people literally stopped me and said, Mark, I know you like your fragrances, but this is absolutely gorgeous. What's the name of this fragrance? Okay guys, thank you so much for watching my list. Thank you so much for watching my content. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like. It helped me with the algorithm and don't cost you anything. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos. And by the way, never forget that I'm Mark Lacerda, and of course, I see you in the next video. Bye.